Hi everyone. Today we are going to do a short tutorial on how to find records in the PubMed database utilizing the MeSH subject heading browser. And here are the URLs for both websites. This is the URL for PubMed, and this is the one for the National Institute of Health MeSH browser. So when we come here, we're actually going to start here in the medical subject headings. One thing I wanted to make note of is you might want to have both tabs open in one browser, because you're going to bounce back and forth between both of them, copying and pasting terms. So we're going to start here in the medical subject headings. We're going to leave the chosen selector as exact match, and then the main heading descriptor radial button chosen. We're just going to keep this very simple. So we're going to choose a term that we all kind of know, but is going to be cataloged differently in PubMed to kind of give you an idea of the fact that controlled vocabulary a lot of times is not intuitive. It might not be words that you use every day. So we're going to choose liposuction, which I've done before, so it's pre-populated. We're going to hit enter. And what we see is that what comes back is lipectomy. So we're going to highlight it, we're going to Control C, we're going to pop over here to PubMed, and we're going to choose Advanced, because the Advanced search feature actually gives more support to the information seeker than just the basic search. And we're going to come over here, and on the left-hand side, we've got some drop-down menus, and we're going to pop this one open, and we see there's things for author and date and journal and language, and we're going to choose MeSH term, because that's what we've got. We've got a MeSH term, and we're going to Control V, and we're going to paste it. And one of the things I wanted to show you over here on the right is the index list. When you populate the search field with a term and you pop open the index list, you will also see all these other, you will see lipectomy or whatever topic you've chosen, but you'll also see a bunch of other limiters or qualifiers, sort of subheadings that keep kind of narrowing your search field. And you'll find those same qualifiers over here on the MeSH browser under qualifiers. So these are two locations that are great. They kind of work in conjunction together and help you to kind of determine where you want your search to go in the end. Over here, when we're kind of looking at our options, we've got methods and classification. We're going to choose adverse effects because that's sort of simple. So we're going to come back here, and we're not going to use the index list just now. We're going to use our Boolean operators, and we have the option of and, or not. We're going to choose and because we want to narrow our search field, and that's what and does. You're choosing to ask the database to bring you back only searches that have one term and this other term connected. So we're going to pop down here, and we're going to choose the MeSH subheading because that's what we're doing. We've got a subheading, and we're going to choose adverse effects. And you can see across the top that the search string is building as you're working in these fields, which is pretty handy. We're going to choose one more, and we're going to choose language. And this time we're going to pop open the index field on the right, and we're going to choose English. No, not Dutch. All right, and then we're going to hit search. And these are our search returns. Right up here across the top, you can see the search syntax that's been built. You also see it right over here on the right-hand side. On the left, you've got more options of limiting your search, which is great because you might want publication dates that have just recently been published within the last 5 years or something maybe going farther back. Up here in particular, when you're dealing with medical documentation or biomedical documentation, this can be really important. The article types. You may need a specific type of trial or a specific type of study, a clinical trial or a review, which means multiple studies were taken and reviewed, the data was reviewed. You might need much more specification in your search, and so the left-hand side is good to choose those other options. So this has just been a real quick tutorial, how you can utilize the MeSH browser in order to better access information resources in the PubMed database, and they really work together really well. Okay, thanks a lot. Bye.